Viewers, it's me, Michael Brewer, your favorite neighborhood gay guru, reporting to you from my favorite summer place here down by the lake. Just went for a swim. The water's really warm. As you can see, the dogs were enjoying the shade and the swim themselves. And lately I've been listening to a fellow named Eckhart Tolle, recordings about the value of silence and the power of now. It's really made me think. I haven't been making as many videos because I really wanted to take some time to understand the material myself before I started reporting about it. And I have to say, one of the biggest things I'm learning from Eckhart, among many, and I can only recommend his materials, is the power of silence. We humans are addicted to noise. We've got to be the noisiest creatures that there are. I mean, just listen, even here down at this beautiful lake, you can hear a plane going overhead. You can hear kids playing over there. You can hear people talking across the lake. And that's just the outer noise. What I'm talking about is the inner noise. We are all addicted to the thoughts in our heads. We're addicted to thinking. I mean, how many times can you think back in your life and really just find a time when you were quiet? Not just quiet vocally, but quiet inside your head. I mean, even in our sleep, we seem to be dreaming and making noise and be thinking then too. But just now I went out to the middle of the lake and I lay back in the water on my back and just floated there quietly. And I tried to just have no thought. Do you ever try to do that? That's got to be one of the most difficult things we can accomplish. No thought. Just that. And it's really been an eye-opener for me because I guess like many people, many thinking people, I have also identified with my thoughts and my thinking and my mind. I always thought that was who I was. Now I'm becoming to see that there are two entities within me. There's the thoughts I am thinking and the observer of the thoughts that I'm thinking. And that's an important distinction. We are not the thoughts we think. And that's a pretty revolutionary concept. I mean, Descartes himself said, I think, therefore I am. And what Eckhart Tolle is saying is, actually, that's not true. You are anyway. Your thoughts are just something external to that and outside of that. And actually, they're your ego. On the way here, I was listening to an Eckhart Tolle recording about the power of now. That was his first book. And it, of course, this idea of now is nothing new. I mean, we all live in the now. But he presents it in a way that it's just really different. And it helps you grok it in a way that I've never probably really fathomed before. This idea of being in the now. And how, actually, if you really think about it, all of us, most of us, don't spend a lot of time in the present moment, in the now. We're always future and pasting. Even me, as guru, I like to call myself the gay guru, but I'm learning just like anybody else. I would certainly not place myself up on a pedestal or say I'm more enlightened or more advanced than anybody else, any of you listening here. I'm making my way through this world just like you are. And I too have issues with being in the now. Eckhart talks about voices in our head. In the old days, you would probably be burned as a witch for having voices in your head. But actually, all of us do all the time. In fact, I was meditating as I was swimming around the lake on a school class of kindergarten kids that are across the lake. Maybe you can hear their little voices in the background. And normally when I come here early in the morning, it's really quiet. I have sometimes the lake to myself. It's a really beautiful exercise. But today it was just loud. And I kind of had to keep myself kind of in check as I was swimming around the lake and not to get annoyed at the fact that my beautiful, normal, peaceful swim was actually being interrupted by these screaming kids. And there were, there's about 30 of them, and they're all screaming. And it bothered me, I gotta say. It kind of bothered me for a while there. And then I thought, you know what? It's actually a really joyful noise. These kids are happy. They're screaming of joy. They're happy to be out of their classroom and free for a little while to swim around the lake and swim in this delicious water. The water's a great temperature. It feels like liquid velvet on your skin. And actually, they're expressing the yahoo, the joy that I probably wasn't. Instead, I was being critical and kind of judging them and saying, oh, those kids, why do they have to come spoil my peaceful morning swim? And after a while, I just kind of relaxed and just said, you know what, the heck, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't make them go home. They have as much right to swim here in this lake as I do, as anyone else. And I relaxed and accepted the fact that these kids are here and accepted their little voices, just like the birds I like to listen to as I swim, or the buzzing of the dragonflies going by, or the jumping of the fish that I often see here in the lake, or the happy bark of my dog when he goes and chases the stick. It just was one more happy noise. And after a while, it stopped bothering me, and I was able to relax and be in the now. I think that's why I like to swim in this lake and every morning, is because I really am present when I'm here. I'm really enjoying the beauty of the lake around me. It's an all very natural space. There's water lilies all floating around, and fish jumping, and birds singing and swooping overhead. And it's just wonderfully beautiful, and I can shut off all my thinking. That voices in my head shut down, and I'm just here, and I feel the velvety water on my skin and the coolness and the sun shining on my face. It's just wonderful. And if for a little while I can shut off those voices in my head and just be here in the now, swimming. And today was a good lesson to me with the screaming kindergartners across the lake there, to teach me that I don't have to control my conditions to be in the now. In fact, the only thing I need to control is my own thinking. I need to just shut it off and focus on my true self and on what's real, and that's me, here now. Not the past, not the future, not what I'm going to do when I go back to the office, not what happened on the phone call this morning, or the whatever, the conversation I had before I got here, or the news I read, or the guy who cut me off in traffic. Right here now, in this beautiful, beautiful place, feeling good, feeling happy, and rejoicing with the little kids, because in a way my little inner kindergarten has also been released and allowed to swim and escape the office for a couple of hours and come down here and play with the dogs and be half naked in the warm sun, and I know, why not? Yahoo! And so being in the now is the true way to finding inner peace and happiness.